Hi, I'm Trainer Tiff with Tackle It with Tiff, and today we're going to show you what's in our pantry. We have gotten several requests asking exactly what's in it. My husband posted a picture of my daughter and I, and apparently people are trying to zoom into the background to see what we have stashed back there. And there are also also a few sneaky little people that are trying to employ our babysitters to tell them exactly what's in here. So we'll just put it all out there for you guys. We'll take care of that curiosity killed the cat, and we'll just tell you what's in our pantry. I'm going to start at the bottom and work our way up. On the bottom we have natural peanut butter. So we use this for things like rice cakes, making the kids sandwiches, things like that. The regular crunchy peanut butter like this I use for the dog food. I mix it in with the dog food so that they'll take their allergy medicine. So that's what I use it for. Storm season is coming, so I do like to keep a couple canned items on stash just for that. These are canned peaches and 100% juice. I do strain them and rinse them if I am going to eat them, because the juice also has pear juice concentrate in it, things like that. So it's like an orangey kind of juice, and you don't need it anyway. So just strain it, rinse it, and just eat the peaches themselves. These are a couple of items that I use for my meals on a weekly basis. This is reduced sodium black beans, and this is no salt added diced tomatoes. Now, I do strain and rinse the beans, and I do not strain and rinse the tomatoes. Even though these are reduced sodium, they have about half the sodium of regular canned beans. But I still strain them and rinse them, because straining and rinsing can reduce sodium by about 41%. So if you do that to reduce sodium beans, you're even better off. So that's what I do. We have steel cut oats for our oatmeal in the morning, and we'll eat that with berries or fruit. And for the pancakes and things like that, what I do is I actually stick those steel oats in a blender, blend it up, and then I stick it in this container, which has pretty little flowers on it because it's flour form. So, whereas we have the regular steel cut oats, this still has the measuring cup in it, and you can see I've just kind of ground it up so it's ready to cook with. Now, I did explain in my video before that I do have items like macaroni and cheese in our pantry. This is for our kids. Again, we mix it with a family size bag of broccoli in it. Kids won't eat it otherwise. And my husband and I don't eat it, but we do feed it to our children with like a grilled chicken and stuff like that. I also have goldfish. It's a culinary delight for children ages 6 and under in this house. It's a junk food snack that they know that, you know, it's junk food, and we don't give it to them all the time, but they do have it every now and then, so we have that in there. We have corn tortillas for my husband and I to have for breakfast tacos, or in the evening we have tacos, things like that, so we have corn tortillas. We do have flour tortillas for the kids because they don't like the taste of the corn tortillas, which is understandable, they're kids. This is the bread that we get for our children. It's nature's own double fiber wheat. Has no artificial preservatives, colors, or flavors, no high fructose corn syrup, and it has omega-3, DHA, EPA, stuff like that. So this is the kind of bread that I use when I make kid sandwiches. I don't eat it, but I do feed it to my children. I eat this. This is rice cakes. They're gluten-free, and this is the caramel flavor. So I love these things. And you can smear a little bit of the natural peanut butter on it, and then slice up a banana on top, and it's fantastic. It really cinches your sweet tooth. These are raisins, obviously. The kids like to munch on these. Sometimes I'll mix it in with their goldfish, and you can also add a couple of raisins to your oatmeal in the morning as well if you want a nice punch of sweetness in it. We do have juice flavorings. We've got lemonade, we've got wild strawberry, stuff like that. Sometimes your water just gets a little too bland, and so you want to have a different taste going on, so you can just add these to it. I have brown rice in a large cereal container that pops open, and you can just pour out however much you need. And this makes it really easy so that you don't have to buy just one bag of rice and not try to open your next bag until you make enough to use. Just pour it all in one large container and you can use however much you need. It makes life a lot easier. I have baby applesauce for our pancakes, things like that. It also goes with our dark chocolate chips. I like to munch on walnuts. I think they taste fantastic, and again, they're a heart healthy nut. We have whole natural almonds. Let's see, it's a 2-pound value pack. And we get it at the store, and we put this in little jewelry bags so that you can have just one serving at a time. You can just grab them and go. Of course, I have flaxseed back here. And this is our tuna. Now, you can take the holder from the grocery store. Don't think that you can't take it, because you can. So that you can take as much tuna as you want, because the packets don't really stand up well in pantries. So just take the whole container. They don't care, they'll let you do it. Graham crackers go like hotcakes in this house. My daughter loves them, so I always have some on hand. I do have animal crackers. I've got Ritz. I've got the whole wheat Ritz crackers. We also have cereal. So I have Honey Nut Cheerios for the kids, as well as the Berry Berry Kicks. So those are 2 different types of cereal that the kids get to pick from. Now we get up to this level, and this is where it starts to get into the adult food. Okay, food. It's supplements is what it is. So we have Hic-MX, which is a muscle growth stimulator. My husband and I have been taking this for a couple of weeks. We've really liked it. You just take 3 a day, whenever. It doesn't have to be around a certain time. This is Muscle Farms Assault. It's in raspberry lemonade, and my husband and I use this, a scoop of it in about 20 ounces of water for a pre-workout. Then all of this back here is tea. So during the holidays, if you want something hot to drink, something like that, tea is really nice for that. We have Noxitropin, which is a CTD product. We usually use this in the evenings. Do not take the whole scoop. If you're going to take this, take half or less. I take barely any at the very bottom of the little scooper. It works really well, so just keep that in mind if you do get it. These back here are unsweetened dark chocolate cocoa powder and what is left of our PB2. Now, I told you guys in one of my videos to keep your scoopers, and this is why. You can use a scooper and stuff like this. So when you're making your protein shakes, just take a little scoop, stick it in your protein shake, and blend it up. So you can see, love Tupperware in this house. Then, this is my protein powder. I use Lean Pro 8 by Labrado Nutrition. It's a very fine protein. It's ground very, very fine. And so it's a very light protein powder. It's not clumpy at all. It has a really nice sweet taste, which I love, and it mixes well with anything. So I love this stuff. My husband's is the Pro V60. Again, Labrado Nutrition. Great sweet flavor. This is the kind that I cook with. So if you guys have had my pancakes, this is the sweetness that was in it. That's it. I don't use any sugar or anything like that when I make pancakes because it has such a good taste to it. This back here is an MHP product called Dark Matter. We've been using this as a post-workout. Again, it's a muscle growth stimulator. We've been enjoying it. It has a nice taste to it. This is the blue raspberry, which we've liked. We have extra Assault up here. More graham crackers for the kids. So we got these over here. Let me explain what these are. Okay, there are 3 bags because we have 3 children. There's a name on each bag, so each kid is allowed to have 1 small bag of candy. This is how we do candy in our house. And you can see there's a candy cane in it, and this is a blue raspberry type of candy cane. So I get fun candy canes at Christmas. Okay, we allow our kids to take candy canes or lollipops to the pool. So they know that if we're going to the pool, that they get to have a sucker on our way there. So it's not an everyday kind of thing. Then they also have stuff like Starburst in here, so that if they're going to be gone for a weekend or something like that, you know, if they've had a good day and, you know, they're headed out the door, stuff like that, we allow them to have a piece of candy. Other than that, we don't have candy in this house. We have a lot of fruit, so if our kids want something sweet, we bust out the fruit a lot. We treat them in different ways. We allowed them to make a meal. We allowed them to make the pancakes, so they get to choose what kind of pancakes we're going to make, things like that. So that's really what we kind of reward our kids with, is them being able to kind of take charge in the kitchen, stuff like that. Other than that, every kid has an opaque bag that has their name on it. This is also for my benefit because I love candy. So, with this kind of bag, I can't see it during the day. And it's up far up in a corner, so it's pretty much out of sight, out of mind. I can reach up and get my protein shake powder instead and make a nice sweet treat that way instead of reaching for the candy. So it makes it so much easier for me as well as for the kids because it's out of their reach, so they can't get to it. And they know exactly when they're allowed a certain piece of candy, and that's it. Other than that, like I said, we've just got a couple spare things on top, and that's pretty much it in our pantry. Again, everything is pretty much snack-oriented. It's for the kids. It's carb-related, or it's a supplement. This is where all the non-perishables go. Other than that, it's either perishable or it goes in the freezer, which we then cook to go into the fridge. So the fridge isn't constant, ever, changing place in this house. Other than that, we store stuff up for the kids. Everybody eats constantly, and we're always at the grocery store. They know us. So, as you see, there's nothing real tricky in there. I don't know what you guys are trying to get at. But we don't have a lot of crazy stuff in there. Everything's pretty clean cut, and, we know exactly what's in there. We restock constantly what we need. Other than that, it's pretty simple. Complex carbs, any kind of thing that you can store for a storm, so like the tuna and the peaches and the beans and the tomatoes, you can keep all that kind of stuff for a storm in case something happens. I've also got some bottled water packed back there as well. So stock up on that kind of stuff so that you can eat healthy even if you can't get to the store. Other than that, stock up on healthy stuff. Let the kids have a couple treats, but other than that, they eat healthy just like we do. So I'll see you guys on the slimmer side, and clean out your kitchen.